Hi, I'm Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation. And today's topic is actually a really good one. I'm glad that you searched and you found this video because this is really going to help you. The topic is how to choose a second husband. And obviously, we're not talking about having two husbands at the same time. We're talking about that you failed in your first marriage and you're ready to get back in there, because being married is actually really a wonderful thing. And the good news for you, because you are a woman, is that finding a good husband is not that difficult when you know what you're doing. And the benefit of having been married is lost on a lot of people, because most people, when they get a divorce, blame their husband for everything that went wrong. And they may throw in, well, I could have, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to share with you the principal key thing that your first marriage lacked that was on your end, that you could have done something about. And it's sort of a very philosophical thing. And at the same time, it's a very practical thing. What your husband was looking for, and your future husband will be looking for also, is something you need to know. It's not just about what you're looking for. You need to know so that you can satisfy your husband to be, so he will be the best husband who's ever been. And a lot of people think, well, I gave him the best years of my life, I did everything right, blah, 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 but he was a blah, blah, blah. Sorry, it's not true. Those ideas come out of the bag of rationalizations, where the mind, I don't want to say you because you're a soul, but the mind is a very defensive thing. It's driven primarily by the drive to survive, so it's not going to reveal, even to you, the flaws. But the reality is that you were at least 50% of the problem in your previous marriage, and you can completely turn that around by understanding what your husband's looking for. So let's take a look at this. And some people will say, well, I can argue that. I don't agree with it. You choose for yourself whether you agree with this or not. There is a core subconscious drive that a man has within himself that he's looking to satisfy by getting married. And that core drive is the drive for experiencing love in a way that he is not biologically equipped to do. You see, our genders do have meaning. They're biological, and they control much of our psychology. And so the love that you feel as a woman, naturally, your ability to bond with other women, your ability to work things out, this is because you have this connection to your heart. Your husband-to-be doesn't. This is an unusual trait in men, to be connected to their heart. And so they seek this connection through their wife-to-be. And in most cases, they don't even know it. So when you provide that connection to the heart, it's impossible for your husband to do anything but try to please you, because you are the source of that one thing that cannot be gotten anywhere else: unconditional love. And so this is how you do it. You work on yourself to become more and more loving. Now, you don't just become a doormat for everybody. But you learn how to use your discrimination, find the right man. You choose your man according to principles of morality, of prosperity, things that are important to you, sure. But then you have to become the woman of his dreams, who he doesn't even know can possibly exist the way you deliver. Now, I'm going to tell you that it's not that easy for you to get there. You have to do some work, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Do that work. Because when you learn to love unconditionally, which you only do that in the marriage that you have, it'll provide unbelievable happiness to you, and it'll open the door for him to experience unbelievable happiness. So you may be wondering, well, how do I do that? Well, you already are connected to your heart. But what has happened in society is you have been trained to close your heart in different ways. One of the biggest ways that you have learned to close your heart has been through promiscuity. There is this tendency in our society to accept this idea that premarital sex is just fine. And it is with the person you're going to marry. And I'm not casting a moral thing out there. But if you're promiscuous, what's happening to you subconsciously is you're blocking off your heart. You can't open your heart without the security that the man that you're opening your legs for is going to be there with you. It's just natural that you're going to close off your heart. So this is important. Don't be a third date lay. Don't be a fifth date lay. Don't go that route. When it's time to make love, it's time because this is the man who you have chosen to be with, and the same man who has chosen to be with you. So that's very important. You tie your sexuality, you change it. No longer is it sexuality, it's making love. And you only do that with the one man who you're going to spend the rest of your life with. So that's a very important thing. Another important thing is to watch your mind. Don't let your mind go into areas that it should not. Don't allow it to do the 3 C's: criticism, condemnation, and complaining. Don't do that anymore. Not only don't do it out loud, don't do it in your head. Learn to control your mind, to make it aligned with your heart. Become an amazing woman who will become an amazing wife. And you will be like a lighthouse attracting men. And then you get to choose. You want the right man. So those are just a couple of things that you can do to bear in mind. Another thing that will help you tremendously, we have a sister organization called Premarital Academy that offers a dating course. Take it. It's very inexpensive because we don't want to take you in when you're having trouble with your marriage. We'd much rather you have a great marriage. If you have any questions at all, write to one of our counselors. It's free. If you have a comment, put it in the comment box below. We want you to be happy. We want you to have that ultimate happiness that's possible through an amazing marriage. Blessings to you in your search and in your efforts, and we'll help you in any way that we can. Okay. God bless you and take care.